So when it's on red, that's...
So you're recording right now.
Okay, just checking.
What's up, everybody? Scott and Renee is behind the camera today from Up for the Journey. So last week, we ordered a new water filtration system and it came in today. So super excited, finally, because areas of Michigan, their water's really, really clean. And you know, we use the, what are those? The little Camco Walmart filters. And you can see we use that big one. It works pretty well. But lately, it's been very full of iron. And you know, when you see a sprinkler system in a house, you see all the brown. That's all the iron in the water. We've been getting that a lot lately further south in southern Michigan. So altogether, since we are full-timing, we wanted a better water filtration system. So look what came in. Yes, it's this big. This is the Clear Source water filtration system. Now, you might be thinking, wow, that's pretty large. Yeah, we thought that too, but we went to the UPS store to pick it up. So, yeah, let's open this up and see this thing. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this thing's probably about 35 pounds easily. I'll get the official weight. The shipping weight on Amazon was 35 pounds, but that's with the box and the other box that this box came in. So, the famous wrench. Oh, that's the back side. Here, I'll turn it around when I pull it up. Look at this thing. Yes, this is the 3 cartridge filtration. All right, so now that we got the handy dandy cartridge removal tool, it says here the first filter is 5.0 micron rust inhibitor sediment blocking filter. That's the first filter. Then the 0.5, which is the carbon block filter. Then the 0.2 micron filter. So anyways, let's take these filters off and see what it looks like. Hand loosened. Can you hear the metal tinging? So there's one.
There's no packaging or anything in it.
Nah, it's just regular. But here's the deal. Look how small this is compared to the diameter of that. You could make it smaller, but the thing we liked about this was the fact that when you put it on, it doesn't slow your water filtration water flow. So we'll still get good power, or good pressure, so to speak, of damn. All right, so there's another one. This one actually has a little bit of a mesh thing on the outside. This is carbon. Yeah, there's carbon, there's black stuff in there. So that's number 2. And here's number 3. Ooh, look at that one.
How do I get it so I can see it again?
That one's fancy. So there's that one. This one's got a weird...
Yeah.
This is, I bet you this is the O2. So, anywho, there it is. All right, now I'm gonna put this back together and I'm gonna measure it for you. So we're gonna give you some measurements of this thing. First of all, we know it's 35 pounds. It's pretty heavy. So hopefully the wind's not making a lot of noise. So first off, the front end, you're looking at about 19 inches. Now from spigot to spigot, you're looking at about 21 inches. So 19 and then spigot to spigot, 21 inches. Height-wise, yeah, you're looking about 15 and a quarter, okay? And depth-wise, 7.5, so 7.5 deep. And that's why it fits perfectly in most cubbies, at least for ours. And you know, we have the Grand Design travel trailer, the 315 RLTS, so pretty big cubby, and it fits in perfect, and there's a couple of inches of leeway up top, so it works out just well. This is just our standard opening here. Oh yeah. All right, so what I'm gonna do is disconnect my unit here, and what we have to do is connect the main supply water into here. I have to let it flush out for a couple of minutes to clean out the filters and clean the carbon out, and then I'll show you how I think I'm going to have this as a permanent, semi-permanent system. So we'll go for that. Watch this. All right, so here's my main supply line to my blue, old school blue. Everybody's familiar with Camco Walmart filters. That seems like it's on there pretty good. Yeah, that's on there pretty good. All right, we got water coming out. It took a minute to fill up all the cartridges. I know it's got carbon in it. It's cleaning out the carbon filters. All right, so we got to do this for a couple of minutes, and we're going to flood the RV park. And we just had a full night of rain anyways, but we'll see. Basically, I'm just going to do this for a second. All right, so Renee just asked a good question. We're going to talk about how much these filters are. So before, let's see, we'll go to these filters. So the sediment filter is 11, the carbon filter is 20, and the O2 micron is 20. So that's 40, so that's $51, and roughly it's I'm not sure how many thousands of gallons. I think it was like 5,000 gallons or something like that before you change.
Said like regular use full time they recommend every quarter.
Every quarter, so 4 times a year you're going to be changing that, as opposed to those little Camco ones at Walmart that are $12 for the small one and $25 for the big one. We change those all the time. If you want to clean your rig and not have water spots and change the content or change the makeup of your water, they have a deionizing kit. That's $40. So you would change your first 2 cartridges, you would hose your rig down, wash your rig, your RV, your truck, and it doesn't leave water spots, basically like soft water, so to speak, without the whole water softening system. So, all right, so we've ran this for about 3 to 5 minutes. We're gonna hook it up now and show you how, I guess we're gonna hook it up to the RV. I'm gonna unhook. I'm debating about this little jobby. It depends on how much tension this puts on it. So, ew, that's nasty. So there's our old water filtration system. We'll always keep this as a backup, you never know. So ultimately, I'm gonna come in underneath. By the way, this is a hose, the 6-foot hoses that connect from your spout of your house to the wheels. What are those things? The hose storage. You know, the things on the wheels where you wrap your hose up and it you wrap them up.
Winder? Hose
winder. This is basically, this is the lead hose for that. So it's a 6-foot hose. It's awesome. So. All right, so that's that. And then we're just gonna hook this end. And I got this too because of the hardcore brass fittings and this just little protection area. So basically, earlier in the video, you saw me wearing different clothes and a different spot showing you the Clear Source water filtration system. And the reason is it was windy and some of that footage wasn't useful. Now that we have about, what, roughly about a week under our belts with this thing and kind of found a few things, we're gonna show you what we do, how we set it up and whatnot. So, all right, as you can see here, so the blue hose is our normal water hose and there's a spigot back there. So that's coming in here. Now, first thing I noticed is this part here. I just had to tighten it a little bit tighter, but when you go from here to here, this is a union joint, so this will spin freely on its own. You have to make sure that these two are super, super tight or else you'll get leakage. So make sure all the connections are tight on that. Secondly, same thing on this side. This is the output side. This part right here, I had to tighten up because it was just a little bit of a leak on there. And then once you put this on, make sure it's really, really tight as well. I think this loosened up because I loosened this up and it just spun a little bit, but who knows. There is tape, plumber's tape in there, so it does work out pretty well. All right, so with this hose, the green hose that is the lead hose from, remember I told you it was from the house to the winder, it's basically got two female ends on it. And it comes with an adapter, a male coupling to go inside and go to something regular. I didn't tighten that up as well, so when I turned it on, it started leaking through there. So now we got it. Go ahead and turn it on. And you can probably see the water everywhere in here. And Renee's a little wet because she undid this,
as I was told,
and didn't realize there was pressure in there. And that's my bad for forgetting to tell her that there's pressure in there. So she got it off, it sprayed her. So it's cold here right now, and thank God it was warm water. So there's what it looks like on a daily basis. Just the back coming from the front of the rig. You know, you can kind of see it. There you go. So what I had to do was add the little Flexi hose thingy, because this, at the angle going down into the hole, was adding a little bit of pressure here and just creating a little tiny micro drip. Nothing crazy. That's about it. So just added that to relieve some of the stress. I mean, you can see here I got one permanently on my my tank wash here. That just stays there so I don't contaminate anything else. All right, so one thing we wanted to do is make sure this thing was locked and secure when we leave. Also, at the same time, didn't want to advertise that we had it here. So when you hook this up, the back faces out as opposed to the front with the 3 filters and screams, look at me. So here's what I did. Last week we were in, where was that campsite?
St. John, Michigan.
St. John, Michigan area. So a guy rolls up next door with a full-on welding rig on his truck. Apparently he's a pipeline welder. His name is Gary, super awesome guy. And he welded something for me. Or I asked him about it, and I said, how much beer is it gonna cost me to have you weld something? So check this out. Under here, he welded this, looks like a handle. I hope you can all see that. But he welded it here, welded it there. So I run this really thick bike lock through, and I run it through this bar here. So when it's facing that way, it locks. And that's how you lock it. And here's what it looks like from the outside. Normally I'll just put the hose on that, just like that. So we'll do a long-term review when we change our first filter, so we can show you what it looks like after X amount of time, whenever that may be. Also, if you like this, give it a thumbs up and make sure to hit subscribe. That really helps us out, and it kind of lets us know, should we make more videos or should we just call it whatever. So also on Instagram, check us out on Up for the Journey, and on Facebook we have Up for the Journey, but the 4 is the number 4, so Up for the Journey. So check that out, and check out our website, upforthejourney.com. We have lists for your truck, we have lists for inside the RV, and we have lists for other accessories that are helpful around the RV. Not, some are extra stuff, but some is necessity type stuff. So, all right guys, from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Scott and Renee, Up for the Journey, we're out of here.